Now, as you can see, things are going very well with Cadbury Athletic in the Premier League so far this season. 5 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. We're currently in 4th place behind Arsenal, Manchester City and with Liverpool as well. Now, we've only played 2 games since we were last here. One was a bit of an embarrassing loss, 3-1 to Liverpool. I mean, yeah, we just didn't get out of the starting blocks with this one. And we were put to the sword quite easily as well. And I mean, when you can see 2 goals in 7 minutes, you know it's not going to be your game on Football Manager. But Nets finds Musiala and then Shaquille Van Persie, lovely finish past us in the 3rd minute. And then on the 7th minute, poor defending from ourselves, and Ben Doak manages to find it through past Peralta. The Liverpool went 3-0 up with Engelberg running down the right hand side. Naipan getting them ahead. Although we did get a consolation goal back with Drame. Yeah, I mean, a nice finish, but inevitably we couldn't do anything against a very good Liverpool team who have kind of stormed away at the top of the Premier League as well. But with Southampton, we did bounce back with a 3-0 victory and a very comprehensive victory as well. Jovanovski and Sparhich getting on the score sheet for us, our 2 young wonder kids. Jovanovski, first of all, whips the corner in, but waits to pick it up on the right hand side, and a lovely curling finish past Garcia in goal. Diatta then spread it wide to Vargas, who found it Jovanovski in the middle, a thunderbolt left-footed shot. Again, Garcia had no chance. Then Sparhich went on a crazy run, someone for 6'4", shouldn't be doing it, and finds the bottom corner. Not a day for Garcia to remember in the Southampton goal. I mean, we absolutely, yeah, we did the number over him, let's say that much. But today's games, we have got Inter Milan in the Champions League and also Villareal as well. Going to come quite thick and fast these episodes, but nothing else has happened since we were last here. With our finances, we're 40 million in the black, which is very good, and we have no transfer budget to speak of, but the board have just agreed to upgrade our youth facilities, so very happy with that. Now, the team that is going to face Inter Milan today is going to be Peralta in goal, Tarantino, Loskowski, Godoy and Berrio. Fall and Baldo in the middle with Dreyer, Manecci, Jovanovski and Drame up front. Apparently we made a promise that we would play them in an advanced forward position, and we haven't been doing that with Drame, so to keep him happy, we're going to start him up front against Inter Milan, and let's see how he's going to do. Now, this Inter Milan team, let's have a look and see if there are any regular faces or just real faces as well. But as we can see, our team here using the Gambit formation, the 4-2-3-1, and with Inter Milan, I mean, Victor Roque, we know him, although it's quite difficult with the face packs sometimes to see who are real players. That Rumsas looked like he actually was going to be a real player as well. But anyway, let's get into today's game. Let's skip the introduction and let's get straight into it. Let's demand more. We are at home. We are at the Hawthorns as well. And the first ball in, Dreyer into Jovanovski. Is that a penalty? I mean, we did stop playing, and maybe to our detriment, but Jovanovski picks it up into Drame as an advance forward. I mean, is he offside? We'll see if they do celebrate. I feel like it's not going to be. It is going to be disallowed. But fantastic finish, even though it was off-tide, and Inter Milan are probably going to come back and punish us here as Kalki picks it up, gives it to Boyomo. Godoy heads it clear. Kivor, I mean, what an absolute screamer on his weak foot. In the 6th minute, Inter Milan have punished us. I mean, Manecci, you should be wanting some revenge against your fellow Italians, but you know, we are going to encourage them into this. We are going to be underdogs in every single game that we go up against. And we are down into 26th place. I mean, we haven't had a shot on target yet, other than our disallowed goal. So we are going to demand more, and hopefully we can push on towards the end of the first half. But, you know, let's try maybe go a little bit more direct and see how we do get on with that, as Godoy gives it over to Berrio on the left-hand side. Berrio down the left, into the box. I mean, Diogo Costa, fantastic goalkeeper. considering we should be having low crosses on. A little bit concerning that a high cross did go in there, but Badoy gives it into Costa, and Missouri down the right hand side into Villareal. Kivor now from left back into defensive midfielder. Thuram out to Missouri into the box. That's going to be a goal. It's not. Dreyer heads it clear to Baldo. I mean, that can't be the chance. Drame into Menecci. Menecci into Jovanovski. That's going to be an offside decision. I mean, we can't have too many offsides in this game, can we, game? As Costa picks it up, gives it to Kalki, into Thuram, around the corner to Godoy. He's got to be careful, Godoy. He's on a booking already as Jovanovski picks it up. Lovely over the top to Drame. And he's put it in from there. I mean, poor goalkeeping from Costa. And I was kind of expecting the offside flag to go up, but wonderful to see. Jovanovski over the top, outside of his boot. Drame has the beating of Boyoma, and Costa flaps at it, and it has gone into the net. So we have been rewarded with playing Drame in the advanced forward role. And looking at Inter Milan's kind of tactics at the back there as well, they're going quite defensive in this game. As Lombardi over the top to the left-hand side. Dreyer back to Peralta. To Tarantino. I mean, that's going to be a goal. Oh my god, what is this game? It's been deflected in by Romsas. I mean, after just coming back into the game, Dreyer, not sure why he's in that position, if we are being honest. Tarantino's poor header. And it has deflected off Godoy. He's not having a good game today, Godoy. Maybe a substitution at half-time, but, you know, we are going to berate the players because not been happy at all with what we have seen in this game. Get your acts together. I mean, Drame is playing okay. Menecci is looking tired, so we are going to bring him off. Jonathan Torres is going to come in. I mean, Drame over for Dreyer, and then we're going to put Sparhic up front as well. Jovanovski has been playing okay. I mean, Godoy for Anderson Gomez. We're going to bring him off. We'll make 3 changes, first of all, and hope that we can push off in the second half. But, I mean, Tarantino has just got a booking. Not been impressed with him today either. We haven't really got anyone on the bench that can come in. So a little bit concerning there. But, I mean, the tail's in the tape here. Inter Milan have had 7 shots on target. We've only had 2. And we've only scored 1 of them as well. And there's going to be no kind of highlights coming into this second half. It's a little bit concerning to see. Berrio, bring you off Archie Brown. Tarantino. I mean, let's just put Mitic up front. Let's just go for it. Yeah, maybe. Let's just go for it. We are going to be exposed down our right-hand side, but, you know, we will go attacking as well. And hopefully, is there going to be a highlight? I don't think there is, actually. We've had 1 shot since making our changes. We can't even shout either. Fire up for the last 4 minutes. No, it's not to be today. Very disappointing, if I am being honest with this. But, yeah, on to Villareal. I mean, looking at the table as well. Let's just get past this. Three games, 3 points. It's not good enough, but Bayern aren't doing very well either. We just want to try and get into the knockout rounds if we can. We have got Villareal next, and let's see how we get on. Now we are back for the game against Villareal, who are currently down in 33rd place in the league. So hopefully a chance for us to pick up some more points in this one. We played 2 games since we were last here. Bournemouth will beat those 2-1. Kenneth Dreyer kind of getting 2 goals for us as our striker. Now in a game where we did dominate against Bournemouth as well, we had 8 shots on target, an XG of 2.64, and we got 2 goals to our name as well. And that is after going behind to Bournemouth as well against the run of play. 52nd minute, May, a thunderbolt past Peralta, who's currently going through an injury at this time as well. However, we did manage to pull one back a couple of minutes later, fall into Dreyer, and a nice finish past Badola in goal. Jovanovski then mixing up with Fall, Vargas on the left hand side, Dreyer in the middle, and a wonderful cut back pass to go 2-1 up. And it wasn't the only game that we did come from behind to win. We had a bad start against Wolves, even though we did go up in the 3rd minute. We did concede 2 goals quite quickly as well. Alvaro Rodriguez getting 2 for Wolves. And again, a game that was quite even, separated by a kind of late penalty. But we did go ahead in the 3rd minute. Jovanovski all the way across to Diatta to tap in at the back post. Wolves then came forward. Alarcon, Pembele, Rodriguez in the middle, again low cross, and we couldn't do much about that one there. A little bit of mistake, a little miscommunication at the back. Rodriguez getting the best of Godoy and putting it past Peralta on the 20th minute, so a good turnaround for them. But in late on in the game, 77th minute, Diatta back to Baldo, and then a late penalty straight down the middle. We beat Wolves 3-2 coming from behind. And that currently means that we are in 3rd place in the Premier League. 7 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, a plus goal difference of 8, 22 points on the board. And we have got a game in hand over Manchester City as well. So we could only be 1 point behind. But now we are here to face off against Villareal. I mean, the only player that I would kind of want to change out is Menechi. He hasn't done quite well considering what we are spending on his wages, so we are just going to warn him for this one about his recent form. Try and pick yourself up. Let's just see if he can do that. Other players, I mean, Berrio hasn't been fantastic, but neither has most of our back line, so we are just going to give him a little bit of a speaking to here. We're just going to warn them about their recent form. Do the same that we did with Menechi as well. Gomez, I mean, Berrio has probably played more games than Gomez, so we will do it to Berrio as well. Warn player, criticise recent form, and let's see if that has any impact going into today's game against Villareal. We have got all of our players back. I think, again, I made a bit of an error, the fact that we didn't really plan for being in Champions League football. We haven't had the players as youngsters to come through to be trained in nation, so we are playing with quite a restricted squad as opposed to kind of Villareal or any other players that we will be coming up against. But Cuenca and Eric Garcia, a good centre-back pairing, although they may be fairly old at this point. But we did well against Inter Milan. You know, we didn't deserve to win. We didn't have many highlights either as well, which is a little bit concerning, but we are now against Villareal. Can we pull off an upset? As I mentioned, every game we play, we are going to be the underdogs. So can we upset another team? I mean, we beat Dortmund, who are also in yellow, but Jeremy Pino has put Villareal ahead within 45 seconds. Not great. Not what we want to see. And yeah, just too easy, I suppose. Too easy. We've had 9% of possession by the time that they scored. Not a great start. And their formation is going to be a 4-3-3, so it's kind of going to match up against our 4-2-3-1 as well. But yeah, conceding in a minute hasn't helped matters at all. But we are going to try and encourage them, and let's see if we can get back into this game. Laskowski into Gomez, Jovanovski now down the left-hand side. I mean, it's a bit of a poor pass into Francho, but we have picked it up again on the left with Berrio all the way to the back post. Dreyer misses the header. Baldo back on the right-hand side into the box. Menechi hits it off the crossbar, and that is going to end that highlight there. But Gomez has got it back into Peralta. Back to Berrio. Jovanovski finds a bit of space, uses his pace as well there into Menechi. It's a poor end pass, though, if we are being honest, as Eric gives it back to Jorgensen. Cuenca, Menechi, is that a penalty? Referee, he's literally just took him out there. He's impeded him from going on and getting a shot on goal. But we are going to come back into it. Drame over the top, one-on-one, and he's missed. Oh no, it's going to be one of those games. It was a save. Come on, Cadbury Athletic. Jovanovski whips it in. Laskowski loses out. Dreyer across the fall. Baldo Laskowski, Jovanovski, into Dreyer, and Jorgensen comes and claims it. That's going to be the end of that highlight. But we have another one. Jovanovski whips it in again out to Drame. Jovanovski again off the post, and it has been cleared behind again for another corner. Good pressure this is by Cadbury Athletic, as Jovanovski is going to whip it again from the right hand side, and Laskowski heads it on, and Jorgensen claims it in the air. A good spell of pressure from ourselves here, but we are still behind to that first minute goal. I mean, we've had 9 shots, 4 of them on target, a good XG, but our possession just isn't quite there. So we're going to drop it into a cautious mentality for the second half. That's how we did quite well at the end of last season. Again, we're just going to throw the book at them, get into it, do a lot better. And we are going to fire them up as well. As Garcia gives it to Francho. Carreno loses out. Drame now. Good counter-attack. 6 players up in attack as well, as Drame runs down the left-hand side. Cuts it across to Jovanovski, and it is blocked out of the way. Don't do this, Football Manager. Jeremy Pino's running in. Carreno. And Laskowski kicks it out of play. I mean, is the cautious mentality gonna help us here? Laskowski headers it, and it's saved away. We've battered Villareal here. As Evan Ferguson scores for Barcelona, as you do. And Drame heads it back in. Laskowski, Alex Baena, as Full picks it up. I mean, maybe cautious is doing a little bit more for us. We haven't had as much possession as Villareal, which is why I did swap it back into cautious. But Baldo has just ran into trouble there, but he does win it back. Dreyer cuts inside. Jovanovski, Drame over the top. Menecci's in the middle. And Menecci has put it in. We've got one back. Cautious mentality is helping us out at this point. I mean, Jovanovski's on a 6.2. Dreyer's on a 6.4. So we're going to bring both of these off. Dreyer for Mitic. Jovanovski for Jonathan Torres. I mean, Drame, he's done well there. But we are going to bring him off for Sparhich. One more. Tony Berrio for Archie Brown. We will save one more substitution for the latter part of the game, as Jovanovski into Drame. I think this is just going to be a highlight because we were making substitutions, as Torrent heads it to Pino. And it was exactly one of those. Let's encourage them. We've got back into this game. Let's not lose it as we did, as Gomez puts in a good tackle there. Menecci wins the ball. I mean, the Sparhich making a run straight away, but Menecci on his own here, on the left-hand side, whips it in. Mitic at the back post, Sparhich as well. Was he offside? Apparently, he was offside. Let's drop it back. Let's go into a balanced mentality for the last half an hour. I mean, we've had 17 shots, 9 on target. Let's demand more from this team. Baldo's looking a little bit worse where, and so's Menecci as well. You know what? Let's go attacking. I want to get a win out of this. We've got 13 minutes left as well. Menecci for Diatta. Let's go. Good old-fashioned 4-1-4-1 mastery. Baldo full. Mitic, Diatta, Torres. Let's go with this. I mean, Baldo, can you play there? I don't think you can. Suleimane full can, however, play there. You know what? Let's put Mitic out there and Diatta as the attacking midfielder. And let's see if the 4-1-4-1 mastery can pull us back into this game as well. I mean, we've completely dominated Villareal. And there's going to be no highlights coming at the end either. That's a bit of a shame. But we have got a draw away from home. I mean, 4 points from 4 games in the Champions League. It's not fantastic, if we are being honest. But, you know, we are currently sitting within the knockout group stage. A couple of wins, hopefully. We can make our way into it. But conceding in 1 minute didn't help us at all. And if we do have a look at what we have got coming with the Premier League and also with the Champions League. So the next game is going to be Copenhagen and Sporting CP. We've got to hope that we can get a couple of wins out of that. So our last two games are going to be against AC Milan and Manchester United. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this so far, I've really enjoyed Cadbury Athletics Born to Win series. It's our last season for this as well, before FM25 comes around the corner, but it's been an absolute pleasure. Hit the like button and subscribe. Let me know what you do like about the series, what you'd like to see going forward, and I'll see you on the next one.